Hey guys, yeah, it is Thursday. It is the 22nd of August. It is 2019. It is about 7:23 in the morning. I've been here since about 6:30, a little after 6:30, so a little over 50 minutes. Just been walking around, pacing myself, just killing time, drinking a Pepsi, if you will, getting ready to maybe just go get a Starbucks as well to kind of keep myself going and stuff. But yeah, you can consider this a bit of a follow-up of things getting back to normal, or are they? A kind of live stream video I did on Monday, because as you could tell, I'm not in my backyard. As you could tell, I'm actually at my job site due to the fact that I'm back at work today and tomorrow, and due to the fact that my job, either the computer itself or somebody kind of went into the system and kind of edited it because they need help because of certain reasons, maybe events and all that upcoming. I'm scheduled to start at 8 o'clock, which is in about 25 minutes, or 35 minutes actually. So yeah, I'm going to be starting early. And again, this is just something that either the computer just did out of the blue, and it's not the first time, or it's something that one of the assistant managers did because they figure, well, he's one of those people that starts around the 30 mark, the half hour mark, so why not see if they'll come in early and help out. And here I am, here I am. So I'll just see what the reason is, and I'm guessing, my assumption is, since we're getting into the fall season, Labor Day weekends, and not this weekend, but next weekend, that they need some help, and that it's also around the time that we'll probably be doing some kind of inventory. I'm not really sure, so they need as much help as they can get at the best, earliest possible times. So that's why I'm here early. Thankfully, this is not a reoccurring thing. It has happened before, but thankfully it's not a reoccurring thing. Now, with this follow-up to things getting back to normal, basically this is confirmation of that, because now both me and my mom, I should say, are working. So it kind of feels like things are normal once again. Things are as they should be until we get to other breaks throughout the year. And the reason I'm here early, like I said, is because I'm scheduled to start early, but also the fact that my mom dropped me off. I could have easily taken the 5:45 a.m. bus, and I would have gotten here at the same time, but since we're both kind of leaving at identical times, just figured just get a ride from her, and it gets her on the road as well to her destination in plenty of time. It's a little bit earlier by at least 20 minutes that she has to leave, but at least, like I said, it gets her on the road as well. It gets her up, it gets her going, and it kind of gets her into that routine of getting up a little earlier, because if she goes back to the same school, back to the same preschool site she was at before last year, basically the same site she was at before, which was last year, then her schedule might remain as it was the last school year, and that's basically Monday and Tuesday and Friday. She would get up around 4:30, have to be at work at 7:30, and then the only time she wouldn't have to worry about getting up at that time is Wednesday and Thursday, where she'd only have to wake up around 5, maybe 5:30, so she can be at work at 8 o'clock, basically. So that's basic. So basically, doing something like what she did today to help me out, and what she'll probably do tomorrow, kind of gets her back into that mindset of, hey, this is possibly my schedule once again. This is probably the schedule I'm going to have to go with, every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, when they get the kids back when they get the kids back under their teaching. So yeah, things are basically getting back to normal. And yes, my mom didn't have to worry about that letter she got, or too much about that letter she got, because the letter, like I mentioned in the live stream video, basically it was just to remind her and the other teachers and associate teachers of, when they're supposed to go back and where they're meeting at, to start the retrainings and all that, or the trainings if they're new. Kind of get a refresher course on things they already knew, as well as maybe stuff, as well as learn some new things that are being added in. So hold on. So yeah, she basically didn't have to worry about this little, like I mentioned in the live stream on Monday morning, she didn't have to worry about the little added note or added notice at the end of it, because what she did, as I mentioned in the live stream, is the night before she got her stuff together, and something told her, mostly God, I believe, told her to reread the letter, the welcome back letter, over again, kind of reread it, make sure she got everything, make sure she saw everything on the letter. And then that's when she noticed a little detail of, please call, email to confirm you're coming back. Well, she was certain, and she knows from experience herself, she was certain that she was probably not the only teacher that missed that. And she was correct in her assumption, she was correct in her assuming that, because what she told me is when she got back on Monday, she found out she wasn't the only one that didn't see that. So, and she even found out that the lady that sent the letter out, or one of them anyway, has no idea why they were told to add that last little part, because they've never done it before. So yeah, her fears, if you will, were kind of wiped away, basically, because, look, I love my mom, and God forgive me for saying this, but there are things that are even of the smallest details that will get under her skin. And that little added part at the end of the welcome back letter is one of those things, because it's like, well, wait a minute, why did they put this? They've never done that before. Now, she did admit that, as I said in the live stream, she didn't see that part originally, so she kind of puts that on herself as well. But she basically knew that there shouldn't be nothing to worry about, because she pretty much assumed she wouldn't be the only associate teacher, that wouldn't notice that or wouldn't read that part. But my mom, being who she is, decided not to take a chance, call up, and basically leave the message with the human resources saying, yeah, I am going to be there, don't worry, I'm coming back. And that's kind of why I said kind of entitled the video the way I did, the live stream on Mondays, because here was my thought process. If anything had come up, my mom would have called me on the home phone, and she would have told me that she would be heading back home because she couldn't get back into her training until maybe the next day. Thankfully, thank God, that didn't happen. So yeah, things are essentially back to normal as they should be. We'll both be working now. Everything is basically, once again, like I said, the way they should be. As far as my videos go, here's the thing. Today I might get another video out at home before she gets there, because I get off at 5, and even though she gets off at 4:30, it takes about an hour, 50 minutes to an hour to get here. So by the time she gets here, I'll already be about maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes away from being dropped off at the Burger King in Newman to walk home, and so I can walk home and get comfortable, kind of relax a little bit, stuff like that. So I usually would beat her home by at least 15 to almost 20 minutes, depending, if not more, depending on whether or not how long she takes at the Flying J to get gas, maybe get some potato wedges that she likes there, and whether or not she stops here at my job to get something. So I usually beat her there on average if she just goes from the Flying J straight home. I usually beat her by at least I would say 20 minutes, almost 20 minutes. So within that time, I could end up doing something. I'm not really sure. Now, speaking of videos, besides this vlog here, this follow-up vlog, basically I do have a video upcoming. I actually uploaded it around late last night. I will admit, around a little after 2 in the morning. Because what happened is, of course, the day off, I slept it. I took a nap during the day, kind of rested, slept a little bit, so that kind of kept me up a bit. So hopefully, with the grace of God, that doesn't affect me or anything today. But point being, what I did is I decided I was going to test something out that I've never done before. Because usually when I do these kind of videos, I schedule the premiere to happen during the time that I'm either on the bus heading to work, and we make a stop at the park, and that's when the video might premiere. So if I put a video out if I upload a video and do a schedule launch of it or a schedule upload of it, basically what just uploads like a regular video, or I do a premiere, I usually have that set for 6 hours, 5 hours from the time I do it, depending on the situation. And even if it's a day off that I have, I do the same thing. So it's usually the longest I've ever gone is about maybe 6 hours at least. 6 hours, 7 hours. I think the longest has been about almost 7. Well, here I uploaded the video a little after 2 in the morning and scheduled the premiere for 10:30 this morning. And I've already noted that on Twitter through the links I put there. I said airs in about 8 hours. So those on Facebook, those are the Facebook group pages I put it on, as well as on Twitter, and even one of the message boards could tune into it and watch it. Because basically I think a lot of people might like what they see, because what this video deals with, what this video deals with, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic fan, and there's a bunch, billions, millions out there, and you're a fan of romance and shipping in that show or any kind of media, then this is the video for you, because I'll be discussing in this video when it premieres the Spike and his pony love interest, because yes, he does have love interest when it comes to the ponies. 3 of them being, of course, Rarity being the most obvious, then there's Applejack, and then there's Starlight. And I kind of discuss basically the connection he has with them, and basically potentially whether or not they would be love interests, and possibly future love interest for him or whatever, and how we could possibly find out how that would become official in some shape or form if the show decides to go that route at the end of it. So yeah, tune into that. So watch out for that video. That's going to premiere at 10:30. Already a lot of people are getting ready for it. I've already had 1 like, maybe more. I've already had some thumbs up at some of the Facebook group pages, and Twitter has retweeted it a few times. So check it out. I think you might like it. And it's just my own personal opinion. And yes, it is unscripted. It is on the fly. It is uncut. And that's another thing I'm sure a lot of people will probably be wondering. why all of a sudden I've decided to start my videos, especially of the audio videos or even on-camera videos, by saying uncut and on the fly, or uncut, unscripted. Because basically I want to start off the video by letting people know right off the bat that, hey, I'm not reading off anything. I'm doing this, like I am now. I'm basically doing it on the fly. I'm thinking about what I'm going to say right then and there and going with it. And, that's about it. So yeah, that's basically why I entitled the video. Well, that's why, not entitled, but that's why I start the videos off audio or on camera by saying that. So yeah, that, like I said, that video is going to be coming around at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. So check that out when it premieres. Like I said, it's 10:30 a.m. Pacific, which is 11:30 a.m. Mountain, 12:30 p.m. Central, and 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. So check that out. And if you live in Hawaii, it will be about 8:30 a.m. Hawaii time. So yeah, that's one of the videos premiering today. And you probably have noticed that that's kind of a route I've been going, especially during the summer. So because that way I can get something out there in case I don't have time to do anything during my lunch breaks or my regular breaks. Because I might be resting, might be sleeping during my lunch to kind of build my energy back up. But yeah, that's basically what's going on there. So anyway, I just thought I'd come on here and give you guys a bit of a follow-up vlog on what's happening and the fact that things are back to normal. I will say that come Monday, that's going to be a kind of a in question day, because the day before is my mom's 70th birthday. And what that means is basically my family and I are going to be celebrating it with her by going to the A's and the Giants game in Oakland. But the day after is kind of in question, because even though it would be my mom's second week back, she has thought about maybe taking that Monday off just to kind of recuperate from the day before. Not saying she will, but she's considering it. But I think due to the fact that it is the second week back, she may not be able to do that because she has to work, and they may not allow that because she has to retrain and all that. So anyway, though, like I said, Monday's kind of in question. If my mom does go to work, I might try to get something out on Monday if I feel like it, and I should. One thing I will do, if I'm capable of doing it, is uploading some video footage, probably courtesy of this, which means I'll probably have to get a bigger SD card maybe. I'm probably going to do that because I'm thinking about getting a GoPro, but right now that's kind of off the books right now. So I'm probably going to get another SD card to kind of help this out. I have one, but I'm not too sure if it might work, so I might go a little bit bigger. I might go the 64 gigabyte route, just to make sure I have enough space. So basically the reason I'm bringing that up is because I might upload footage of the game, of my time there, and really that's about it. But like I said, really that's about it. But honestly, guys, that's all I can really say with this not live stream, but with this follow-up vlog of things getting back to normal, or things are back to normal. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know what's happening, what's occurring, and what possibly could be ahead in the future. My schedule is kind of a little weird because there could be times I get off at 4:45. So what I could try to do maybe is try to get a dollar ride to pick me up and take me home, and maybe I'll be there before she gets home, who knows, by a long shot, but we'll have to wait and see. But again, I just thought I'd come on here, let you know what's up, let you know things are back to normal, things are getting back, that things are back to normal, and they are back to normal at a slow pace, but at least they are getting there. So with that said, guys, I got about 15 minutes to go, or actually 16 minutes to go. Like I said, I got about 16 minutes to go, guys, so I'm gonna try to get myself something to eat and drink a little bit. I don't think I'll have time to go across the street and get a Starbucks or anything, because that might take a while. So I'll probably wait for that come lunch. But like I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so, it's early, so that's what I'm talking about. I gotta get something to eat and something to wake me up. But like I said, basically, that's all I can really say, guys. That's about it. If I do another video later on during lunch, you will see that. But until then, guys, I'm out for right now. I'm going to get myself something to eat, drink, and then clock into work, because I got a feeling they may need me. And it may be outside more than in. So hopefully, dear God, it's not, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But let me know what you guys all think down below. Comment if you like. Thank you all for watching, and you all have a good Thursday.